It's Aggression here. This video's topic is going to be a review vlog again, or review video, on this little guy, or big guy, or little guy, or that's what she said. The RAM mount. Now we'll start off by saying that this mount, or this mount kit, wasn't actually suitable for my bike. I got kind of various mounting fixtures, but I'll go through them and then I'll explain what I've done and obviously how I rate this product. Now in the kit I got, I'll see if I can stop somewhere and take my phone off and show you, but I got a kind of U-shaped piece of metal to go around the bar, so it kind of clamped on very much like my my brake cylinder, but it had a kind of I think it's a 1-inch ball on the end, and then what that allows you to do is, oh bollocks, what that allows you to do then is you use this adapter, and you can tighten it right up to the end of the ball. So obviously that allows you to fix that to it. And on the back of this X grip, as this mount's called, which is kind of the most common one a lot of people use on bikes with their phones, it has a ball on the underneath of it, so it's kind of like a two-way ball mount that allows you to clamp from your triple tree or your bar, the ball on your triple tree or your bar, and then mount it to the ball on the back of that, which obviously then allows it to be one whole unit. Now the problem was with my bike is it just has a top nut, and it doesn't hold the triple tree on, but if you took all three of them off, the triple tree would come off. So it's kind of not an aesthetic as I initially thought. So you know, other bikes, for instance, I know right off the bat, the Yamaha R6, the stem has a hole in the middle. There's a nut and then there's a hole, and the Ram have made a perfect mount for this. That wasn't included in this mounting kit because I knew that it wasn't suitable, so I didn't obviously bother getting it. Yes, I didn't bother getting that kit, but all that is it just has a kind of a long piece of plastic that slowly gets larger and larger, larger and larger as it goes upward. So it kind of starts very thin at the bottom and starts to get thicker, and you just push it through the stem as much as you can to the point where it's kind of in there nice and snug, and you just cut it to that kind of length, push it in there, and kind of screw it, and it tightens it up, and then that's fine. And that has a little ball on the end, which you then just mount it to like that, and that works perfectly fine on most bikes. For me, not so much. So I had to drill a hole in the top nut, get a bolt, can't think how long I got it, it was around about that long. I kind of had two locking nuts on either end of the top nut to hold it nice and securely in place, and then I just bought I think it's called a machine ball, the same kind of diameter needed as the Ram mounts use, and that was it. That was the whole unit. I had to kind of glue it together a bit with some kind of Araldite and some super glue to get it nice and strongly fixed on there so that it doesn't come off. And then obviously the rest is kind of self-explanatory. This is what the mount looks like. It's the best way to show you. And all you've got to do is just pull both sides, put your phone in, and it's done. It's as simple as that. So of course, that's how that was mounted on there. I don't know how well the camera's going to get that, but obviously that's just the adapter piece, and then that was the whole unit complete, really. So it's kind of a little bit of a farting around to do, but obviously I wanted it on the bike. I've obviously wired in a charger to my ignition, so then obviously when I'm on the bike I can charge my phone, which works perfectly. It's brilliant. Now, in terms of the mount itself, obviously, I was very sceptical when I first got this mount. I mean, it's a considerably... Bloody hell, I can't even talk. It's considerably more expensive than kind of the other foam mounts you get online on Amazon and eBay and all that sort of stuff, all them sort of places. I think my kit cost me around about £40, and as I said, it came with the X-grip, that little adapter piece, and a clip to put it on the bar, but obviously I didn't end up using that. That's just sitting at home because I didn't need it. And I think that cost me around about £40 odd, which isn't too bad. I mean, you can get it cheaper other places, but I previously had the iPhone 5S, funny enough, when I started to get this kit ready, and unfortunately I lost it. But I had a big case on it like that, just in case of me crashing, because obviously I used to just keep my phone in my pocket beforehand. So you can imagine, obviously, if you crash and you land on it, you could damage it, because phones are delicate. So I thought I'd need the larger mount. I was wrong, I didn't need the larger mount whatsoever. The small amount was perfect. The small amount would have even worked on this phone. You can see how there's not much space top and bottom of these. So probably the small amount would have been maybe a little bit more secure. But this one is actually made for the iPhone 6, which I am using now. I had to go out and get an iPhone 6 on contract after losing my 5S on pay-as-you-go. But, you know, shit happens. So, I mean, that was the only place and the only price that I could find, or the cheapest price that I could find, the larger version. Obviously, unfortunately, I found out it was the wrong one. Was just about to send it back, and then sod's law, well, I lost my phone, and then I had to kind of go out and get myself another one. It wasn't worth me going back with a 5S on contract. I was better off just getting the 6, which I was going to buy anyway. I was going to kind of sort it out and save up the money, sell my 5S and get a 6, but you know, shit happens. So, I mean, there it is. But obviously, as I was saying before, back to the main point, I've drifted off, as always. I was very sceptical, obviously, kind of £600 odd iPhone. You don't really want it to come off your bike at, I don't know, 60, 70, even 30 miles an hour, because you know it's not going to be a pretty sight. I mean, regardless if it's on contract and you've got warranties and all that, you don't want to damage your phone, full stop. So obviously I was very paranoid, which is why I've still got that case on it, just in case anything happens. Nothing has happened, and I've been using this for a very long time, and I'll go a bit more in depth with it, but it's been fired up to date. So of course when I got it I was a bit kind of paranoid about it coming off, but it's been fine. I mean, you see the kind of stuff I get up to, the speeds I've reached with the phone on there, knee downs, wheelies, endos, all that, all them immature things, and it's not come off, not once, not even kind of slipped. It's always been fine. I mean, obviously I've always got an eye on it just in case, and I'm probably going to sort out a tether for it just in case it does fall off, so that it's still fixed to the bike. But it is an absolutely brilliant product. It really is. For the price, I mean, £40, you can't really complain. As I said, you probably will find it cheaper. Just shop around. Unfortunately, where I thought I needed the bigger grip, I was stuffed, because that was the only place I could get it from without importing it from another country, which then it would have come to around about the same price, and I wanted it right now, as always. That's the way I roll. I'm extremely impatient. That's nice. Putting some snow on the road for me. But yeah, honestly, it is an amazing product. I can't recommend it enough. I know people have said, I've seen, because obviously I looked at some reviews on it, and there have been very rare cases of problems happening. Obviously, make your judgment and your research yourself, and if you want to trust it. But it has been absolutely fine for me I've never had any problems with it whatsoever. Obviously, I haven't crashed. So I don't know how well it would stay on if I did crash. But I have seen videos of people that have crashed and have used this mount and their phone was still on their bike. I have had kind of incidents where I've had rear tyre slippage, massive rear tyre slippage, and the phone's been fine. I'm just kind of trying to come up with all kind of diverse situations that have happened to prove that it's kind of worked for me. So I mean, I recommend this product. I think for the price that it's at, it's more than reasonable. It works perfectly. It's very simple, providing that your bike is suitable for it. If not, then I mean, the modification that was done is very, very simple. Took maybe an hour at the maximum. A little bit fiddling around, a little bit of a brain buster at first, but eventually it worked out, and it's never failed me once. And it's just brilliant to have it there. I mean, obviously I've got the SMH10, so it's all wireless anyway, so I can wirelessly command Siri to, I don't know, activate music or phone calls or anything like that. But it's absolutely, it's a really brilliant product, honestly. Go check it out. And obviously, if you like it, buy it. I'm sure you'll be more than happy with it, as I am. It is brilliant. I cannot fault it in any way. Right, how about this for a video ender then? My knee's nice and warm now. Right, well, that's it for now, guys. So I'll catch you in the next one. Ride safe.